Hey everybody, it's Becky. I'm back with another homeschooling video for you guys today. But this one is a very special homeschooling video because it's a collab with some of my very favorite homeschooling YouTubers. We're coming together and we're doing this video for you guys as homeschool favorites. So in this collab, you'll have Joy from Joyfilled Journey, Erica from Gra8ful8, which I have watched from the very beginning of our homeschooling time, Candace from Homeschool on the Hill, Jill from Twins and Toddlers, and Grace and Grit. So all these ladies and me are in this collab, so I'm going to link all their videos below. This collab is about our homeschooling favorites. I thought it would help you guys whether you're new homeschoolers or you're already homeschooling or you're just thinking about homeschooling. I thought this kind of video would be helpful for pretty much anybody in those categories to see what other moms would pick as their most favorite homeschooling items. A lot of us have tried a lot of different curriculums, we've tried a lot of different things, and so it can be overwhelming, especially if you are new, to try to figure out what really is going to work for you. And so I think with all of us telling you what our favorite homeschooling items are, it's really going to help you to know that these things are tried and true by us, and it has worked for us so well, and it might work for you also. So make sure when you're done watching this video that you go down to the description box and you watch the other videos, because I'm sure that they have awesome favorites that they're going to share. I don't know what they're sharing yet either when I'm filming this, so I'm curious to see what their favorites would be. I really would say though, just overall, I have about 5 or 6 things that are my homeschooling favorites, and the first thing is my laminator. And I know that sounds cheesy, because it's just a laminator, and I didn't really think I needed one when I started homeschooling. I was like, oh, I can just use page protectors, and I do still sometimes. But there's nothing like having a laminator to really make things look nice and professional and crisp. And for the wannabe teacher in me, like I grew up wanting to be a teacher just because I loved pens and pencils and laminators and stuff, I would laminate everything in the house if I could. I'll link the one that I have down below. The only reason I went ahead and bit the bullet and got one was because I got it on such a good deal. And if you watch it on Amazon, a lot of times it does go down quite a bit in price. I love my laminator, and I love being able to use it for posters and laminating flashcards so they don't get bent. We use a lot of different interactive things on our bulletin board, and I like to laminate those things so they don't get all messed up and crinkled and things like that. So I love my laminator. My second favorite is Teachers Pay Teachers, and you probably know what this is if you've watched my channel for any length of time, or if you've been on some of the other homeschooling blogs and things like that. Teachers Pay Teachers is a website where teachers, like actual teachers, create documents for their classrooms and for other people to purchase. And so it's really nice, especially if you're an insecure homeschooler and you really are a little hesitant about making up your own worksheets, and you need something maybe to supplement what you're using or whatever, or you need some worksheets for morning time while you work with another student or something like that. It's a really great resource. There's a lot of things on there that are free, and then the other things, you do have to purchase. They have sales quite often. Gotten so many great curriculums for free and purchased. I'm going to be doing a review of some of the Miss Giraffe's math curriculum units that you can purchase. I love her stuff. She's got great things. I love the Moffat Girls storefront. I mean, there's so many great storefronts on the Teachers Pay Teachers website that you can find all different types of worksheets and activities and unit studies for pretty much anything you'd want to do in your homeschool. My third favorite is YouTube, and really YouTube is where I started when we decided we wanted to homeschool. YouTube is really where I started. I mean, obviously I checked our state regulations to see really what was required as far as like how to get her out of public school and put into homeschool and things like that. But other than that, I really started just Googling, and I found a lot of videos on YouTube of people that were homeschoolers that had curriculum videos and what they were doing and how to get started. So there's just so much information on YouTube about homeschooling and so many different channels that are awesome. A lot of what, like you'll see the people I'm collabing with in this video, they have awesome channels. They have so many great videos that can help you, whether you're just getting started or you're starting a new school year and you want to pick what your curriculum for an 8th grader, or book recommendations. I mean, these ladies really spend a lot of time putting out videos for you guys so that what they can share with you what they have learned and what they're using. And that's really helpful to people who are either new homeschoolers or have been doing it for a while. It's still really helpful, I think, to see what other people are doing, and I love watching those types of videos. So YouTube really is one of my favorites when it comes to learning about homeschool and what other people are doing. Also, the educational videos you can find on YouTube. There are so many. And I have an education playlist that I keep just any videos that I want my kids to see or watch. And as I'm doing lesson plans and things like that, I come across those videos and I just save them to that playlist, and then I write on the lesson plan, you know, watch video about common nouns or whatever it is. And I know there's a video there, and there's pretty much a video for everything. My daughter's piano program that she uses, it's free from the Hoffman Academy, and she watches the lesson on YouTube and plays it on her keyboard and is learning piano that way. Another one of my homeschooling favorites is a book, and it's called Home Learning Year by Year, and I think it was Erica from Gra8ful8. She actually, I think, is the one that showed that video that book a long time ago, and I'll link it below. And basically it's just a framework, a guideline to go by when you're trying to figure out what your children should be learning. Now, obviously the benefit of homeschooling is to really pick and choose what you want your kids to learn and what you don't want them to learn, or when you want them to learn it. But I still like to have a little bit of a guide to help me so that they stay a little bit on pace with what kids are doing of their age in public school. And so what I do at the beginning of each school year is I go through the book and I write down anything that they say, like in 7th grade. I went through and I wrote down everything that they say a 7th grader should be learning. Some of that stuff she already knew, some of that stuff we haven't covered yet, and that's okay. But it gives me a framework to really pick and choose what I think is important to focus on, what will work with our current curriculum and studies, and knowing going forward that if we didn't ever talk about it in 7th grade like maybe public school kids did, that we can still touch on it whenever we're ready for it. I do that for both girls, and it really helps to frame up our year. It's that starting point for me to know. It's like a map, kind of. I don't have to follow every exact path the way that it's supposed to go, but it's there. It's a guide map for me. It's a framework, and I really use that to base what we do in our curriculum every year from. So I love that book. I think it's a great resource. I used to just try to check it out from the library, and I was like, no, I need to have this in my collection of books, and I want to have it accessible to me all the time. So I went ahead and purchased it. It was really inexpensive, and I'll link that down below as well. My 5th favorite homeschooling item is the homeschoolreviews.com website. That and YouTube were really the two main things that I used when I was first starting to homeschool, and I had no curriculum whatsoever. It's a really great website where you can see tons of reviews of pretty much any curriculum that you would think you might want to use. There's reviews about it. Some things don't work for some people, and sometimes they work for other people. You have to kind of weigh that with a grain of salt. It's still helpful to see, first of all, the different types of curriculum. Like some of the things I've seen on that website I'd never heard of before. But it also gives you a lot of reviews that you can read through and see, for the most part, is this working for people? Are there major glitches? Are there mistakes in the book? Things like that you will find on that website. And so it, along with YouTube, were really my two main sources for finding out. I was looking at YouTube to see what people were using, and then I would go to the Homeschool Reviews website and see what people were saying, other people were saying about those curriculums. And it's something that I still refer to from time to time. Whenever I think I might want to start a new curriculum or something I don't know about, I will use that to get an idea of what other people are saying about it. So those are my homeschooling favorites. I have other things that I love and I use, but these really are the things that I use and utilize the most. Make sure that you check out the other ladies' videos in the description box. I'm really excited to see what they're going to say and what their homeschooling favorites are. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!